Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. Finding the right health care can be intimidating, to say the least, and that is where the company Joni comes in. CEO Christine Carrillo has been in the industry for years now, and here's here to give us some advice as well as shed some light on the current state of health care. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so your background in the healthcare field. First of all, you co-founded companies like Joni, that was Impact Health, and also the other company, Humanize Health.
Right.
What got you involved in all of this? And what are these companies exactly?
Yeah, for sure. So Humanize Health was our original company that we had. We had it for 5 years. We were like the MacGyvers of health insurance.
Okay.
So we came in on behalf of board of directors and helped the insurance companies and the government fix things like launch the health insurance exchange, or when they were running out of time, or maybe help a health plan who was maybe getting into some trouble because they weren't meeting deadlines, like maybe launching Medicare or whatnot. So we would come in as experts to come in and help very large initiatives. Joni came from, it was actually a project. We never thought it was going to be a business. A friend asked us, hey, you're in health insurance. Will you help me figure out why all of my premiums went up and nothing is covered? It was super Joan of Arc of us to do this. We ended up hiring an engineer. 6 weeks later, combed all the data, figured out there was a massive problem here that no one could uncover, and launched this site, which originally was called Impact Health. 5 months later, we were incredibly obsessed with this, and we're just really mad that people were getting screwed, that you were buying insurance and you didn't know any of the fine lines in there. You weren't able to, nobody has time to research this for 6 weeks.
Right, you get this huge booklet and you're saying, okay, I have health,
right.
I have health insurance. Do I need to read all of this?
Yeah, and insurance is so, there's such a negative feel to it in general anyway, which part of the reason we actually left our last company to move forward with this was, the biggest thing we feel is this is a consumer product. It's the craziest thing to me that we know more about our iPhones and all the little stats in there, but we have no idea what kind of insurance we have, and most of it is because we're left to feel so vulnerable about that purchase. So Joni simplifies buying and using health insurance.
Make it easier for us to understand.
That's right.
So let's talk about what's going on right now, the current healthcare atmosphere. Of course, we know that President Trump, he ran on the promise of repeal and replace Obamacare. He's been saying it for a very long time now. What do you make of the current state of healthcare?
So the first thing to remember is that one administration can't necessarily take down an entire healthcare system. It is in such a mess and very complex that it takes a lot more than one administration to do that. So what's happening right now is that, unfortunately, not only are consumers feeling scared, confused, and vulnerable, but health insurance companies are also feeling that, because what happens is when the administration starts to change their mind on things, they have to very quickly react. Historically, even before this administration, timelines for health plans or insurers to sort of like even submit to the government and say, here's what I'm selling this year, are very short. And they're given very little lead time. They don't necessarily use the best data to come up with those products. And sometimes it's a way of, they're trying to predict the market the following year, and it's an insurance company, not a healthcare company, so they're trying to make a profit, right?
Yeah, why is open enrollment? Why is that so important?
Well, that is the only time you can actively enroll in insurance if you are not buying insurance through your employer. And even if you buy it through your employer, there's a certain period of time. So what's happening this year that is worse than in any other year is that people don't know of the dates. So there's usually a very large budget to market this, and that's not happening. So this year, in California, well, in all states it starts November 1st. In California, we've stuck to our guns and have not changed the dates, so we've not reduced them. So it'll go for 3 months, November 1st to January 31st. Most states, however, if you're not in California, your state has probably been reduced in half, and so you've only got till the 15th.
So those are important. That's important information to know. Joni will help out with that. So thank you so much for coming on and telling us about the company. And to see how Joni can help you, this is really important. Log on to joni.com. Stay with us. Up next, an organization adding purpose to Halloween. You don't want to miss this.